Well, Bangladesh and India share a close relationship. The Bangladeshi Foreign Secretary was here in Delhi for the Foreign Office consultations. Sir, how were your conversations with your Indian counterpart? What are the key areas you discussed with your Indian counterpart?
Thank you very much. And through you, good evening, wherever they are in India. We had a very fruitful discussion with the Indian Foreign Secretary, Mr. Shingla, and earlier in August he visited also Bangladesh. We had a brief interaction with him, but this is a more of a regular contact at the Foreign Secretary level. We discussed a lot of issues, but today's meeting was also about the forthcoming visit of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi to Bangladesh to take part in our Independence Day 50th anniversary also event on the 26th of March. This year is very important for us. We are having the Mujib Borsho, or the 100th birth centenary of our father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and also the silver jubilee of our independence, and also the silver jubilee year of the establishment of diplomatic relations with India, because India was one of the first countries to recognize Bangladesh, I think on 6 December. Therefore, we would like to have year-long programs. So it can start with Prime Minister Modi's visit to Bangladesh, but it will not be a one-off thing. Throughout the year, we'll have joint programs in Delhi, in Bangladesh, and also in other parts of the world, jointly by our two embassies or high commissions. So that was something we shared a tentative program with my counterpart about Prime Minister Modi's proposed visit. We would like to make it a very special one. Other than that, we discussed trade and commerce issues, connectivity issues, water issues, border management issues. So we have so many mechanisms between Bangladesh and India. So we have to, from time to time, keep track and coordinate and integrate, so that ultimately we have results from all these interactions. Very soon we'll have a Home Secretary level meeting, Water Secretary level meeting, as well as our Home Secretary, Water Secretary, and another important meeting would also be lined up. And all these before Prime Minister Modi's visit. So hopefully we will have more concrete developments to report. And during Prime Minister's visit, we are identifying a few deliverables which would be important for both the countries. The mostly connectivity related issues, but also some symbolic issues, like we have this Shadhinota Shorok, or Independence Road, between our first place where our government in exile was sworn in. It's in Meherpur district, and there is a small patch of road. So if we can prepare that before the summit. Also Feni Bridge, another important landmark.
Sir, I believe that COVID vaccines are something that must be the part of the conversation. India has gifted COVID vaccines to Bangladesh. Commercial supplies have started. In fact, the vaccination process has also started. How do you see India's entire vaccine diplomacy in the neighborhood, and of course with Bangladesh as well?
Thank you very much. From early days, we have been cooperating, and Prime Minister Modi convened the SAARC summit level meeting digitally to discuss COVID cooperation. And from time to time, we have received valuable supplies. Now there's a new chapter of vaccine cooperation, and India has made available not only to Bangladesh but also to other neighbors, kind of neighborhood plus policy of India, and we are deeply appreciative of this. the 2 million that India has made available to Bangladesh, the administering of which has already begun in Dhaka, but it will also spread to other cities. We have also purchased 30 million from Serum Institute, and some of it has already arrived, and we are expecting the rest of the supplies to come in phases so that the sequencing is done in a manner so that this who get the first shot gets the second shot in time, and also the shelf life of this vaccine has to be taken into consideration. I think the next stage is India's own Bharat Biotech.
Yes, Bharat Biotech, sir.
They have offered some possibilities for Bangladesh to have the third stage human trial, which is under process in Bangladesh, and we are also looking at co-production, if possible. Some of our pharmaceutical companies like Beximco, Incepta, and Square, they're quite capable of handling the production as well. Therefore, with joint initiatives, we can help out other countries in Africa or Latin America. But as far as Bangladesh is concerned, we are happy to start this vaccination in Bangladesh, and in India and Bangladesh and also in Nepal, the prevalence is coming down and new infection rates are low. That's good news in itself. So maybe by March or April, we will be able to win over COVID if no new strains come and attack us. Yeah.
So India and Bangladesh have a Sonali Adhyaya, the golden ages. There a lot of things happening between the two countries. But there's also concern regarding the Chinese influence in South Asia. How do you see China in South Asia, particularly your ties with Beijing?
Our ties with Beijing are mostly economic, and we import from China billions of dollars worth of goods, which is true for many countries. I think India also used to import a lot of things from China. But during COVID, we have seen the interruption of this supply chain, and it has given us the realization that countries in the neighborhood should cooperate more in terms of helping each other or enhancing more trade relations. Therefore, China is helping us economically through trade, and we have some big projects which are currently being done through Chinese contractors, and some of them are also undertaken by them. Therefore, I don't see our relationship with China should have any serious implications for our very deep and historic relationship with India. I think we should not compare the two.
So my final question to you is about the Rohingya crisis in your country. If you can update us about it and the role India is playing when it comes to the entire issue.
Thank you. This is a big, major problem for us. I think you have seen it personally in both in Cox's Bazar, and now that we are relocating some of them in Bashanchor. But this is a temporary solution because Bangladesh, landmass-wise, is a very small country, and 1.1 million Rohingyas in a small place in Cox's Bazar is fraught with all sorts of challenges and risks. Therefore, we would like to see an early resolution of this crisis, and only a permanent solution if these people can go back from where they came. And that is the Rakhine province of Myanmar, and we have restarted our discussions with Myanmar with the help of China through a trilateral arrangement, and we are hopeful this time that maybe by the second quarter of this year we can start the repatriation, maybe in small batches, but it should start, and it can start, provided Myanmar has the necessary political will. And once these people are identified, verified, and ready to cross over to Myanmar, India and countries like Japan and a few other countries who have good relationship with Myanmar can really help. So I raised this issue with my counterpart and also the External Affairs Minister, and they promised that they are already working towards that, and when the time comes they will be more active, and especially on the other side of the border to ensure safety, security, and also sustainable livelihood of these people, and in other words, to give them more confidence in going back.
Well, thank you so much, sir, for speaking to WION on several subjects. So that was the Foreign Secretary of Bangladesh speaking to WION. He is here in India for the Foreign Office consultations. With video journalist Neeraj Patel, Sidhant Sibal for WION in New Delhi.